This is a video for students on the Sports Marketing Programme Level 5. The video will outline the support needed for Assignment 1. This is a summary video and will be supplemented with 4 other videos linked to the key elements of the marketing mix. As a summary, Assignment 1 is a written essay with 50% of the module mark, an equivalent to 1,500 words. The title outlined requires a selection of a community voluntary sports club. They can be hybrid clubs, including a community voluntary sports club within a professional sports setting, i.e. a leisure centre or sports centre, or indeed a private sports club that's in part run by volunteers. This case study needs to provide the context then for an analysis using 2 components of the marketing mix, and the assignment will focus on providing recommendations as a result of the analysis. As a reminder, the deadline will be the 18th of December, will be set at 12 o'clock at night and will be submitted via Turnitin. %20 of the overall marks will be allocated to effective links to academic literature throughout, with appropriate referencing and the ability to connect that literature with the analysis that you're undertaking. Practical illustrations from the case study club would be useful in explaining your ideas and recommendations or arguments. These can be placed in the appendices, and examples from those clubs, screenshots or examples of their leaflets, posters, would be useful for you to include at this stage. In terms of the marketing mix, we will stick with the basic 4 elements, and you need to select 2 of these elements to conduct this broad analysis. Separate videos will be constructed to give you some ideas of what you need to be focusing on in each of the 4 elements, and will be available on Blackboard. The assignment will be structured through 3 sections. Section 1 will be an introduction and background of the case study that you'll be utilising for the analysis. Please do not go overboard with this information. Within 1,500 words, this shouldn't take up more than 20%. Within this first few hundred words, you need to clearly state the definitions of the marketing mix with full referenced examples, plus define what a voluntary sports club is using full referenced examples. Part of this initial introduction should clearly state which elements you will be focusing on in your main analysis. As you can see, this section will essentially be worth 20% of the overall mark, and key definitions and information should be fully referenced throughout. As an example, make sure you pick a sports club that has websites and social media, which should allow you to complete your analysis effectively, drawing down on good examples, plus any hard copy leaflets, posters that the club may be using. This will allow you to put into context what, for the reader, the club and some of the key channels in which it's using. Section 2 will be the main analysis. You need to identify 2 subsections here, one for each element of the marketing mix you're focusing on, i.e. subsection for place, subsection for product. Within each subsection, you'll need to take a mini review of the literature that's available to define what the key theories are for product or place, and then to use these key ideas or theories to analyse your case study organisation, comparing and contrasting what they are doing with what the literature is putting forward as best practice. Finish each mini section with a couple of concluding statements of the effectiveness of the club and what the key challenges or good practices are. This will then lead on to section 3. Section 3, you will draw on the initial recommendations for the club based on your analysis and an overall concluding statement of why sports clubs may wish to undertake this type of analysis, engaging again in the literature available to you. This final section is worth 10%. Please ensure that for all the references that you include, and I would be looking for a range of academic and periodical references, as well as referencing the club website or any other materials from the club, then this reference list needs to be fully detailed using the reference website tool that's been provided for you via Blackboard and the Facebook group page.